Shay. This is Daily Divine Guidance. Well, guys, stay tuned. We have some updates. I believe this is new news. I don't know. I was too excited to even mention it, to hold it and research. But it appears that we have some new visitors. And you'd never guess because I knew this existed. I would look for it online, could never find it. Never, ever, hardly could find it. But there are white African Americans, and I'm in a leather chair. If you hear noise, remember this is live. And now Elon Musk and his family are Southern Africans, okay? And they're pale skinned, and they're more. They just arrived here, I believe, near DC's airport. So let's welcome them. And I'm just so confused. I don't do politics. I don't have an opinion. I'm just letting you know they're here. They arrived. A handful from what I could see. And I'm just fascinated with politics. I just am, because we're so uproared with who's going out. But then look who's coming in. Yeah, it's CBS News that I could see reporting that a handful of people from South Africa have arrived, and they have pale skin. I don't want to use the word white because it's a color. It's not a nationality or a person. I guess it's a way to generically and lazily describe a person, a human. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just being realistic. So I don't have any feelings, but I'm finding myself laughing at a lot of things today, not to be mean or facetious. Maybe I'm at peace with stuff. Listen, maybe I'm just shocked. I don't know. I just chuckled a little bit as if to maybe have hope of a joy that people can exist in peace without people supporting people separating from their families and treating people like trash and acting like money and material is the only thing a human has to offer, and penalizing people in various ways due to material. Again, all day long you go to schools and there's bullies there who may not be aware of maybe how their parents got whatever they got. And they're overly concerned with what people think about what they got. There's some really good people out here that are doing some really good things. And it's overlooked because it's not what the majority say is cool or accepted, like we're in high school or grammar school. So your mother, a father, maybe you're single and working hard by yourself, and you have children that have been introduced to the Jezebel lifestyle. Nothing wrong with nice things, but most likely these people did not work the right way to get what they have. And it's very rampant. There's a lot of people that were underage when they had children. They were probably underprivileged, probably uneducated or undereducated, but they found in the sex industry, maybe even in other pharmaceutical industries, I don't know, a way to make money. Maybe it was illegal. So yes, their children come to school with the more advanced adult hairstyles and the most latest new shoes and clothes. And here your children are still as if they're third graders and fourth graders, as it should be. But because your children are surrounded by not only people outside of their tribe, their family, their homes, they're surrounded by, they're influenced by so many things, let's say, even people that they grow up with. Oh, your mom didn't get a Prada purse? My mom got a Prada and a book. Now your children are thinking, oh my God, I can't be seen at JCPenney. Oh my God, I can't be seen at the mall with my mom. And it's like, well, who are you going to be seen with? You can't go without a parent. Oh, I'm going to go with my friend's parents. Oh my God. You mean a drug dealer and a prostitute? Really? No. You can't go to the house either. Don't ask. Because you don't know what's going on in people's homes. You don't know how they're paying their rent. What do they do at night? Do they sell weed, smoke weed? You don't know. So your children may disown you because maybe someone in the background is overly involved in your life. And they want your children to walk away from you and see you as a loser or someone that's not so prosperous. And all of the love that you've shown these children, making sure they're clean, they're appropriate, they're beautiful, they're up to date, not too fast, but up to date. And someone comes along and show them the up to date, fast way. And so they start to dislike you and think you're slow. And not only that, these people sometimes go around and call to your housing authorities, your apartments, to your whatever you have, HOA or whatever, and they're telling people your family is doing something wrong, or you're not invited into the community because all the men are admiring how you raise your children and how you're not a Jezebel. And they want to get to know you, not sexually, but just as a neighbor. But these women or these people are upset. So now they're causing you a lot of mayhem, a lot of problems. And your children see that. And so someone's telling your children, you need to leave your mother. She's not good. You need to disconnect. She's toxic. When she's really saying, hey guys, I need you to pay attention. There's some really bad people out here. And we need to figure out what's going on because I'm being injured. And I don't want anything to happen to you guys. So stay close. We're going to get through this. And whoever's on the outside force of influencing your children is telling them, oh, she's toxic. She didn't grow. She hasn't changed. Oh, but they're not telling your children naturally that they're the ones causing you problems and pain and loss. So your kids go off into the sunset on their own without your permission into this whole big world as kids now, not even as adults. They make the executive decision to leave your guardianship and illegally tack themselves onto someone else that appears to have everything that they need, like a home. But there's no love, like a place to stay, but there's no protection, like food and freedom to be a fool, to be sexual, to be smoking weed, to be getting into stuff, and there's no guidance because maybe you're being sex trafficked. Maybe you're being targeted to be killed for organs. So amazing how you're trying to guard your family from danger and protect them from outsiders and invasive folks. Okay. And they lure your kids off and they let anybody in. But here you are trying to protect your kids at least, and they run right out into other spaces and you don't feel comfortable. So how does this tie into what I said earlier when I opened this case? Well, again, we're paying so much attention to who's going out, and we feel very many different ways about that. Oh, we need to deport people. We need to deport people. We need to deport people, even people that are already here, citizens, whatever that looks like. I didn't get the rundown. I don't keep up with politics. But then let's look at the other side. You're bringing people in from somewhere that are of different race and color, nationality. Who expected that? So you're tossing people out, telling them to leave their families and to separate and to be discombobulated and inconvenienced. And you may be a good person, a good citizen, a good worker, but you got to go because of your race. But then you're bringing other people in. So someone is disconnecting families from loved ones and telling them this is the way to go. Bad advice. But then you're telling, I'm not talking about politics either. I'm just linking it two together. And then in my case, as far as family, I have to now invite new people in because you stole my old one, maybe killed them, sold them into slavery, threw them out into the wilderness somewhere in another country. And they're fending for themselves, probably running from cartel, being raped, molested, and sex trafficked and human trafficked. And thanks a lot. But now you're inviting new people into the home. Huh. It's hard to laugh because I'm like, oh, that's touching. But then it's like, but somebody ruined my house. Someone stole my kids and tossed them into the wilderness away from me. But now we're inviting new kids in. And I guess someone is saying, well, you don't count. What? I don't have a say. Well, this is what God is for, guys. God is justice. He owns all of this entire solar system, universe, everything in it. You don't have to believe it, but trust me, you will meet him at some point. You will meet God. at some point, and we will answer for the deeds done in our body, the things that we've said, things we've thought, the ways that we have felt. Now, many people are disconnected from God. They don't care about that. And they're operating way off the base of anything righteous, justice like anything fair. They're just doing whatever their little feelings tell them with their little groups. And God is not pleased. Okay? These systems were set up in government to bring justice, to bring fairness and righteousness. And people disregard that and they operate in their own little law. Their own little feelings go against everything God said and put together. But they want the rewards of a hero, the rewards of a savior. These are people that are not making the world great. They're not inviting world leadership skills. I'm not talking about this government. I'm saying people in general with these evil, wicked intentions and their experimental ways, playing with people's lives. Doesn't matter who you are. This is not a world-class act when you can disregard God's laws and rules and justice and bring all this other stuff here without any regards to people's lives. Have fun.
Yeah, I have fun last night.
Wonderful. So, with all of that said, guys, let's follow God. Let's have justice. Let's be fair. Let's have peace and righteousness. Well, I have company here. So, until next time, Elizabeth, hello. Michael Lucid, FN, hello. Javier, hello. You all have a blessed day. And remember, treat people the way you want to be treated. Bye for now.
I don't